is almost gone, and we have a little cat who is hungry again. Aren't you? Are you hungry? Should we go and give you dinner? Yes? Come on, we'll give you dinner then. Where's your dish? Let's get your dish. Are you excited? Are you excited? There's nothing in there yet. No, there's nothing in yet. I've got to put some in. Is this your dinner? Is this your dinner? Yes, is that your dinner? Oh, she's a good girl. She's a good girl, aren't you? Yes, you are. Meanwhile, his lordship is making the tea and the coffee. What are you doing? Spilled some?
No, I'm just clearing up after you.
Suggested the policy would take the world back to caves. Scientist Joanne Rockstrom is from the Hobson Institute.
This little girl has come to pester me while I'm on my computer. No, you can't go on the keyboard. You can't go on the keyboard. You have to stay there. Yes. This is the downside to working here, because she likes to come and sit right on top of my computer, and she likes to watch the cursor going up and down, don't you? You like to see what happens to that little pointer. It keeps moving around, doesn't it? It keeps moving around like that. And you're watching that cursor going round and round, aren't you? Yeah. And you're wondering where it's going to go. Hey. Yeah. Those of you that are in the UK will know Vinted. Now, I haven't bought any fabrics. I have been trying to reduce my fabrics, and I was telling you that I'm trying to reduce my fabrics. But on 3 occasions, I've been tempted by fabric on Vinted. And I'm going to let you see. Just have to change. Hear the alarm? I'm going to stop it. Hang on. So, as I said, I was tempted 3 times on Vinted. Not recent. One was just the other day. The other ones were during September, October. And the reason why I was tempted was because they were lovely fabrics and they were very cheap. And one of them was this. It's actually a sari. It's a silk sari. And I got all of this. Like that. It goes on and on and on and on, and I got all of that for about £7. You can see it's a sari. It's got that on one side, but the rest of it it has that pattern on that side, and then it goes to another bit of pattern, and then it goes straight into the floral part. So I got that, and I think it was about £7. So when I saw it, I thought, oh, that looks really good. And for the amount of fabric that they described, I think they said 5 meters. I'm not sure if there's 5 meters, but there is quite a lot. So I thought, right, I'm going to get that, and I'll make some sort of dress out of it. The other thing that I saw was this jersey fabric, which is, and I think I got this for about £5. And it is just a plain jersey. And I think there is 1.5 meters. That's doubled over there. That's doubled over, and then it goes double that width there. So it's quite a lot. So I thought that was another bargain. And I'll make a dress out of that in the springtime, in the spring, summer, because I like the red. I'll let you see what it looks like there. Though it wasn't bad. It's a nice jersey. And this one, I'll let you see a close-up of that as well. Lovely silk type of fabric. And the third one I got the other day, and this was £6, I think. £5 or £6. You have to pay for the postage, of course. But it caught my eye, and I put it as a favourite, and I kept going back and looking and thinking, oh, that would make a lovely shirt. It would make a fantastic shirt. And it is this. This is the pattern. It is like it's a polyester cotton, and there is, I think there's 2 or 3 meters. There's that doubled over twice, and I think that's more than 1 meter, because if I measure along this cupboard here, That's a metre there. So that's a metre from there to there. And I've got that much extra. I think it's 3 metres. It's doubled over, as I said. So I thought that would make a lovely shirt. One of those eye-catching shirts that I like to make. And that would be another one I'll make in the spring, summer. Not doing much sewing at the moment. Can't be bothered. Too cold. Not in the mood. So although I haven't been going, I've purposely forced myself not to look at all the shops, and especially pound fabrics, because they do some good ones. And I keep getting emails that come up and they pop up and I think, oh, that's rather nice and that's rather nice. But I thought, no, I'm not going to go for them. But I did catch my eye on those when I was listing things to sell, clothes to sell. I was listing some clothes to sell and I caught my eye on the fabric and I thought, got to go for that. So anyway, we are off. I'm all closed up because it's cold, the snow is melting, but we're heading off down to Leeds to see mother-in-law. I gather she sleeps a lot during the day, and in the afternoon she's not always hungry. She had a few McDonald's fries the other day, but she's not eating a great lot, but she's in good mood. So we'll just go down and see what she's like. And I'll let you see here, if I back up here, on my garden table is a wreath with moss on it. And I'm just leaving it out there to get wet, a bit wet, so that I can prepare it to make a wreath, to make a Christmas wreath when I have time. Fingers crossed tomorrow or the next day. I did buy some fairy lights to put outside, but we haven't got around to putting them up, and everybody else has got them up. And I'm thinking, well, they're all going to be saying, oh, she's put them up because we put them up. So I don't want to copy them. So I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I should just not bother. But anyway, off to see Mummy, see how she is. I'll keep you updated. Well, we're on our way back from visiting his mother. And we're going to see the granddaughters now. Probably take them out for a coffee. How was your mother today?
Actually not too bad. Loads better than the last time we saw her. But still broadly unintelligible, but well, at least we made her laugh.
She was wittering on, bless her, but she was better than we thought. We saw her in hospital and we actually thought that was it, because she was again delirious. Every time she's been in hospital she's been just out of it and delirious, and this time she wasn't so bad. So we're going to go off and see the granddaughters, and we're probably going to go for a coffee, are we?
Something like.
See you later. I'm recording this from my laptop, so I don't know how good the quality is, but it's the quickest way for me to do it. I'm about to finish my day 4 Vlogmas, but I thought I might just read you some of the messages that you've all sent me over my during this Vlogmas. I haven't had a chance to reply to anybody, so I'm so sorry, but I do read them, and there are certain ones that have caught my eye even more. Well, not so much caught my eye because you all caught my eye, but there was a few that I want to make some comments about. Frankie Witch said, the running away money must be an English tradition. When I got married in 1987, my late English-French mother told me to make sure I put a little money away every payday just in case I needed to leave the marriage. I always took my mum's advice, and my little stash grew and grew. In 2007, I used the money to run away with my husband to Fiji for 2 weeks, including a 5-day island cruise for our 20th anniversary. Thanks for the terrific advice, Mum. That was just the best holiday and no post-holiday debt. Totally agree with you there, Cranky Witch. What a fantastic way to save your money and go on holiday. And also, who was it? Janice Folks said about the boudin. Do you remember I mentioned boudin, the sausage meat type thing, black pudding, equivalent to black pudding, but in France it was filled with blood. In the state of Louisiana, America, boudin is made with many different ingredients, usually ground pork, beef or seafood, and occasionally alligator. Ooh, with most recipes, liver is added. Oh, I'm not keen on liver. The meat is mixed with rice, spices, onions and peppers, then into a sausage casing. I prefer boudin without liver, then it's delicious. The state of Louisiana is where most of the boudin is made, and I understand you can occasionally find it with blood in it. I was surprised to hear you talk of boudin. I love your videos and praying for good health for all. And that good prayer for good health for all applies to all of you lot out there as well, because winter is not a nice time it's terrible for catching colds and things. And I think, who was it? It was Seaside 2001 did say, golly, you two's got a cold again. You always seem to have it, and it's true. But it's because we're in colder weather over here. Well, I know you're in cold weather as well because you're on the west coast of Canada. You're in Vancouver Island, I think it is. But looking after grandkids, you pick up every germ that they have when they've been to school and they have been locked in school in a classroom with lots of others in a centrally heated classroom. They pass the germs around, and then Granny and Grandad go and look after them after school, and they catch them. But unfortunately, this time we didn't catch the cold from them. We caught it from his lordship's mother, who had a very bad cough. So when he went to see her, he caught it, then he passed it to me, and so on. I'm sure I've told you this the other day in one of my vlogs. God, that's what getting old does to you. You can't remember what you've said. Anyway, there was another comment from S44P said, oh my, the cat was hungry. Wish we had snow. Please send plenty to us. And there was another mention about the cat. Finally, it was Laura Jones 4088 who said, just read an article that says you shouldn't change feeding times for pets because of daylight saving time. That may be why your sweet girl starts asking for food so early, or it could be because she loves to eat. Well, I think you're right, because when the clocks went back and 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock was the new 4 o'clock, I think, is that right? Or 4 o'clock was the new 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock was when it was 4 o'clock, it was then 5 o'clock. And she would start crying because she's always fed at 4 o'clock. And his lordship said, she hasn't changed the clock back like we have. You know, he says she still thinks it's 4 o'clock. And his lordship said, she still thinks it's 4 o'clock. That's why she's crying. And I'm going, no, she's going to have to wait. She's going to have to wait. So I said, oh, go on, then I'll give her it a bit earlier. So yes, it could be that she's in that time clock of 4 o'clock when it's really 5 here. So I am giving her a dinner a little bit earlier. But the reason why also is that I used to have like a container with dried food in, that when she ate it at the bottom it came down, a bit like a sweetie thing where every time she ate out the bottom it moved down, and she was eating all the time and putting a lot of weight on. So I thought, right, I'm going to take that away and I'm going to give her a bowl of dry food in the morning, and it's a biggish bowl, and then she'll have her wet food in the evening. So she looks forward to her wet food because I think it's more meaty and it's got a nicer taste. So that's another reason why she starts crying early, because she's thinking, I'm going to get my meaty bit, I'm going to get my meaty bit. Anyway, at that, I am going to leave you. What do I say? At that, I'm going to love you and leave you and catch you tomorrow, day 5. Happy Vlogmas. Bye.